Every year during Songkran, thousands of girls working in Thailand face a quiet problem. They want to go home to their families, but many of them simply can't afford to. Because going home sometimes means something else entirely. Songkran is coming. To the world, it looks like the biggest water fight on the planet. But for many women working in Pattaya, April brings a very different kind of pressure. As the holiday approaches, you start to notice something change in the bars. The girls seem tense. They check their phones constantly. Some start working extra shifts. At first, you might think they're excited to go home, but for many of them, it's the opposite. They're worried. I've met women here who haven't visited their families in years. Not because they don't miss their children. Not because they can't afford the bus ticket back to Isan. But because they feel they can't return empty-handed. In many rural communities, there's a strong assumption. If someone works in Pattaya, they must be doing well financially. And if a foreign partner is involved, the expectations grow even larger, whether it's true or not. When a woman returns home for Songkran, she isn't just visiting as a daughter. In the eyes of the village, she's someone who made it. That means gifts, money for relatives, food for gatherings, small envelopes passed around during celebrations. It's not always demanded directly, but the expectation is there. And in small communities, reputation matters deeply. In Thailand, there's an important concept called face. It's about dignity, reputation, and how your family is perceived by others. Returning home without being able to help financially can feel deeply embarrassing, not just for the woman, but for her parents as well. One woman told me something that stayed with me. If I don't have at least 30,000 baht saved, I can't go home for Songkran. I'd rather stay in Pattaya than make my mother lose face in front of the neighbors. I asked her how long that money lasts during the holiday. She smiled and said, "Sometimes one day." Songkran celebrations can be intense. There are family dinners, gatherings, gifts, and community events. By the time the holiday ends and it's time to return to Chonburi, the savings are often gone. And the cycle begins again. This is one of the reasons why life in Pattaya can be so difficult to leave behind. The pressure isn't always luxury. Sometimes it's responsibility. Sometimes it's family expectation. And sometimes it's simply the desire to make sure your parents never feel ashamed in front of the community. So when people talk about the nightlife economy in places like Pattaya, they often focus on the surface. But underneath, there are deeper social dynamics at work: family, duty, reputation, and the invisible pressure to provide. For many women, the real goal isn't wealth. It's something much simpler: to return home once a year and let their parents hold their heads high in the village market, even if it costs them everything they save.